Hey, family. Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Unpacked,
Unpacked,
where we offer perspective on love, life, and blended
blended
family.
family.
Welcome to our very first episode of Unpacked.
Ooh,
So today we're gonna give I guess
insight.
some good insights, some
Yeah.
introductions. Who are we? What are we gonna be talking about? How often are we gonna be talking about these issues? So I guess I'll kick things off. I am Mrs. Britton. Um, I am the lovely wife of Mr. Jamar.
Yeah.
Um, we are proud parents of two biological kids and two bonus kids. So total, we have
Four.
four beautiful children.
Yeah. I am Mr. Britton. Like the Queen said, happy father of four. And, just open to the mindset of this life and journey of fatherhood and relationship and friendship and just overall love and everything that it has to bring to my universe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we will be doing more of a blended audio blog slash podcasting. You may catch us on video sometimes. Other times you may catch us on audio. We just are going to be doing it different ways until we kind of get into our groove of things. So why are we doing this?
Um, I think our journey has been exceptional. And on top of that, I think the people that come into our space see our love, see our happiness. We're always getting asked questions about how did we find each other? How did we get to where we are as a couple and as friends? And why are we always smiling and stuff? So I think that's, unpacking all that stuff and just giving some insight, some advice also, to be able to regurgitate things that we've learned along that journey.
Absolutely. And I just want to piggyback off of what you said. I feel like this is our therapy. So
Yeah.
we'll be able to kind of discuss topics as well as figure out, you know, things that we want to grow in and grow with. So I love the fact that this can be our own personal therapy, and hopefully it helps you. And we'll talk about a lot of different things, a lot of different topics that will sometimes be family related, sometimes it will be relationship, love, or just overall life issues. Never know what we're going to talk about. We're just going to unpack life. So, what to expect in each episode? We're going to talk real. That's what we know how to do. We don't know how to beat around the bush.
Real.
So sometimes I will have to censor Mr. B
Listen.
because he can go completely left. So bear with us. But you will also have some special guests, some friends, some family
Oh.
um, that we trust that will hop on and give some insight as well. So we'll kind of bounce some ideas off of people. And one thing that's very important to note is we don't always agree on everything. But we have a healthy balance and we know how to disagree. And
Mm.
that's just something that we will discuss later in this journey. All right, so let's hop right into our first topic. Our first topic is going to be a relationship topic. We're going to unpack true friends.
Mm. True friends.
True friends.
Uh,
True
in the
friends.
aspect of,
Maintaining after things get real.
mm,
How do you keep your partner as a friend after some not so friendly things
listen,
take place in a
people
relationship?
always talking about that. She my best friend or he my best friend. Well, what happens when shit gets real? You know, when somebody gets confronted with that topic that they necessarily didn't unpack out of their closet, or and it hits you right in the face. It's blindsides you. You're not ready for it. You legit never even had the mindset to start, diving into that topic. Um, the baby mama topic, the baby daddy topic, the what would you do if you saw me, at the strip club, that topic. Ooh, ooh. That real stuff. Hey, my friend, can you talk to your lady like one of your homeboys? I think that's really something we talked about a lot when we was discussing to tackle this topic at all. That true friendship.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. What makes me your spouse, your BFF, your friend?
I think the the fact that before once I learned that talking to you completely being my authentic self, just giving you my truth, realizing that everybody say being non-judgmental, but at the same time being judgmental but being in a loving way, everything coming from a place of love, knowing that I can the thing us men tackle with is being vulnerable enough to trust you with, you know giving me your insight,
Mm-hmm.
but whether it's what I would agree with or what I would think was the right thing, that your insight was coming from a loving place to always build me up, to always make me better, to always be the best for me,
Mm-hmm.
out of a place of love, out of a mindset of love. You know what I'm
So
saying?
basically, always having your best interests at heart,
Always truthfully having my best interests at heart,
even when I didn't like some of the
even
things.
when it wasn't something I wanted to hear, even when you didn't like what came forth. That is it right there. Once you realize your spouse really got you, as we all say, hold me down, got your back, you know, then you can really just open up and let loose and let that in.
Mm. Okay.
Man,
I can totally agree with
for
that.
real.
I think that that was one of the biggest things for me was the vulnerable position that I was able to be in with you from coming into something so new, something almost too good to be true. Being able to let my guard down because I had to have this exterior of toughness,
Mm.
of
That independent woman
right, of
thing.
an alpha.
For
So
real.
I was able to over time, because I'm still a struggle, able to let that guard down and allow you to lead and listen and uplift and do all of those things that you would like a friend to do.
Right.
So that leads us to our next point.
Mm.
Sink or swim. Sink or swim when it comes to a friend, or I'm sorry, your significant other who is your true best friend. Sink or swim. So there are times when I don't know. Let's just say Lakeisha. Lakeisha's a female friend of mine, and we're so close because I can tell Lakeisha anything. She's gonna hold on to my secrets. She's gonna give me some good advice, even when I don't like it. She knows things that other people I wouldn't feel comfortable with them knowing, right? So that person has qualities. She's the same sex as I am, but she has qualities of a friend. What do you do with your spouse who is of an opposite sex and someone who you're intimate with on a totally different level? How do those two things, how do you separate the two? How can I be just as close to my spouse or my significant other as I am to a close friend?
Well, see, that's the whole thing with that. That question is so complicated, complex, because I don't. It's, for me, it's not necessary. I guess it's just separating the thought of separating it. You know, it's different, but if you're my friend, you're my friend. It's just being a spouse is an added bonus. You know,
Is it a bonus? Does it always feel like a bonus?
uh, it's not. It's not going to, because it's just like, love and marriage. The truth of the matter is somebody who's gonna fight for you and fight with you throughout life, through in all things, with all individual, with all other parties. It's like we gonna fight, but we gonna fight the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's me and you against the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know, why wouldn't it be a bonus? Why it don't always feel like it, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I mean, there's times that you need just space, because we loving on each other, we in each other's space so much. It's like I need my time,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
And I think that that's one of the things that can come across as difficult is when you are around, female friends or male friends, y'all get that break. You get to talk to each other on the phone when
Oh,
you feel
definitely.
like it. You get to hang out every so often. So that's my close friend because when we link up,
Cause such and such get on my nerves. You know what I
right.
mean?
But this is a person, your spouse and your significant other is someone that you are around majority of the time. And so it's a work. It's effort that you both have to put into it. It's yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So last point that we want to make when we're talking about true friends and maintaining after things get real is you got to tighten up. You got to tighten up.
Yeah, right. Here we go.
What happens with those
Oh
friends?
my goodness.
When I say things get real, when you are introducing those people who are in your circle that you keep in your circle, but it's your tight circle. When you let your significant other in, they get to see who's in your tight circle. And that's not always the best person to be in your circle, but you allow them to be there because you've known them for so long. What do you do when you have to tighten up?
Wow. So, wow, why do I feel like that was just aimed at me?
That wasn't.
Anyway, so, man, that's another one that's just like, here we go. It's not easy. Um, the the easy answer is just get it done. The right. No, but the reality of the situation is, you know, what do you do when you have to tighten up? So that's like a hard situation. It's long and drawn out because this has been my friend since before,
Since
for a
before,
long
since
time.
before your significant other,
You
most
know,
likely.
and we was kids and we grew up, and I feel like I have this obligation to this person for no actual reason. Just a lot of the stuff we've gone through together, and conversations and talks, and maybe the ability that I have to open up to them, and vice versa. They can open up to me, and you feel like you are that person for them to lean on, just like sometimes they're that person for you to lean on. But honestly,
How are you going to tighten up?
how
How does someone tighten up? What are those difficult conversations?
this is the true way to tighten up. This is what I learned because I had to apply it in my effort to tighten up. Me getting rid of certain people that were unnecessarily in my space, were not uplifting me as a ship should. And when I say ship, you guys, I mean all those things: relationships, friendships, those people that are supposed to be in your space, in your life, to uplift you, to hold you, to, help you float, sink or swim. Um, as a ship, that's their purpose. They supposed to help you stay above water. That's what a ship is there for, be it a relationship or a friendship. And if they're not helping you stay above water, if they're not going to help you float, they're going to help you what? Drown.
Sink.
Completely sink.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, in the effort, what I did was I kind of applied that method of really testing these ships, these friendships in my relationship, these friendships as they pertain to actual outside friends. And the test for me is things like you got to think of what are their purpose? What are they there for? Hey, what are you in their space for? What do they see you as? Do they see you as the friend that's gonna buy the drinks when we go out? Do they see you as the friend that's always fun and do fun stuff? So I'm gonna call you when it's time to go kick it, hang out. Do I see you as the friend that I can get advice from as it pertains to healthy life and healthy relationships or things? Or do I see you as something that just benefits me? Do they see you as a friend? Are we benefiting one another, or am I just here for your benefit? And so I think the test for me was, hey friend, can you meet me here? Or hey friend, I need a favor. And just stop there. Don't even actually hit with the favor. See what they do with just that idea. Hey friend, I need to ask you something. I need a favor. Then find out if that friend jumps off the phone instantly. Hey, I might have to call you back. I'll talk to you about it later. Or I got something I gotta go do over here. Or we'll talk later. Text me later. I can't right now. Before you even get to whatever that thing is, what's a friend supposed to be there for if not to help? Overall help, right?
Mm-hmm.
Over.
Or just even the interactions, the many interactions are always, let's go out, let's do this, let's do things, let's do fun things, but we're not going to tackle life like a friend is supposed to be there.
Well, that's the difference between the growth. What everybody trips about it or goes crazy when in the mindset of all friendships or all ships as a whole, when it comes to a person getting older, we all say, don't change, or I hope, or I won't change. But the truth of the reality is, you have to change.
You gotta grow.
You gotta grow, so you have to change. And so, either you're gonna grow with me, or you're gonna grow apart. We gonna grow apart. We're gonna grow, without a doubt, because my interests change, my ideology changes, because now I have a spouse. Now I have a family. Now I have these added responsibilities. Oh, I said the R word.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, so my mind frame changes, which means I have to change along with it. You, as my ship, friendship, are you willing to change with me? Or do you still see me or want me to even still be the fun friend, kicking it friend? I got to go change diapers today.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Does your vibe, does your energy change when
man.
my surroundings change? And so I think at the end of the day, If you don't have an invested interest in my life outside of social things, that's not going to work. If you don't have my best interest as it pertains to my other ships, as you stated, my relationships, my friendships, if you don't have my best interest when it comes to all of those other ships, then I gotta kind of reframe and rework my circle, because you don't have you're the best interest in mind for me, and that is not a friend that I would like to be around me or my significant other.
Mm.
Because at any given time I have to watch you to see what you are trying to do, to see if you have any ulterior motives
Mm.
when it
That's
when it comes to my
that's the
relationship.
thing right there with them ulterior motives. It's again, it's what are you here for? Why am I your friend? Why do you consider me a friend? Or why do I consider you a friend? Do they align with one another?
Hmm. So in life, we want to grow. We don't want to ever be stagnant. And I think that you need to surround yourself with people who have a growth mindset.
Mm.
If you don't have a
See,
growth
you
mind,
you listen. Stop going into our other topics, dude.
okay, I got you. But like as I was stating, you're gonna have to tighten up. You gotta decrease your circle
What you
sometimes. Not
doing?
all the time. You don't always have to cut people off because you're in a relationship. But you do have to make sure your spouse is a priority. And if that means cutting those loose
Oh
ends
my goodness.
that can affect that relationship, you got a major decision to make. What's more important? If that relationship is not more important than that, then stay with the friends that you're used to. But if you see a future, if you see your life growing for the better, then you gotta make those tough decisions. And I don't think it's tough at all. I think it's habitual. I think you get used to people, and I think, oh, I don't want to ruin this relationship. Was it really a beneficial relationship in the beginning?
Listen, I told you. You try to throw shot.
No shots, no shots, no shots.
That'd be funny. Oh, you got jokes right now.
But yeah,
Yo,
so what's the secret sauce? Everybody asks, what's the secret
the
sauce?
secret sauce.
Why are we always smiling?
Cause we talk. Like, listen, the exact reason we doing this now, cause we truthfully and honestly talk about those things that everybody else seems to feel like are taboo when it comes to a relationship. When it comes to, I can't talk to my woman about this, so I'm gonna go run and talk and have a sit down with the fellas. I can talk to my homeboys about it, or vice versa. I can't talk to my husband, so I'm gonna go talk to my girlfriends. We having brunch, and our girls' time, and what have you. She and I actually talk about that stuff. The secret sauce is
Communication.
that communication. Oh, that is so cliche, but you have to do it honestly and openly. You have to do it frequently. It's not just I can't get into her brain no more. She can get into mine. And so you have to verbalize that stuff. You have to use your words, like we tell the kids. Use your words and explain to one another what's going on. It's like, oh, okay, you feel like this, and I feel like that. Well, if I see it blue and you see it red, explain to me how the color changes in your mind.
Mm.
You get? Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Explain to me
How'd you get there?
how'd you get there.
Mhm. Mhm.
From because it's actually red,
Mhm.
but explain to me how you see it blue.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
And I may be able to explain something that's then kind of refocuses your frame of mind, and you may then start to see it blue as well, or you may start to see it blue when it comes to me.
mm, that hey, she trying to get into love languages and all kind of stuff. Listen, we ain't got time for that. You play too much.
So anyway, thank you all. This went well.
It did.
It did. It's therapy.
The
So
first time.
it was a good first episode. We will straighten out the kinks. We will bring some hot topics, not other people's business, but hot topics as far as life goes. And we hope that you guys join in, tune in. If we ever go live, if we ever drop a YouTube video, please hit like, subscribe, and
I gotta get a lineup before we do YouTube.
oh goodness, through me. Like and subscribe, and take a ride on this journey that we will be taking together.
I mean, it's gonna get real. If you listen, if you and your spouse have the mindset to possibly talk about these, we gonna talk about some stuff that you probably wasn't ready for, but it may open that door for you guys to have that conversation as well. So, you know, if you're ready for the ride, saddle up.
Saddle up.
For real.
All right, you guys, we will see you next time.
Unpack.